Getting my dream body after having a baby is gonna be pretty tough, but I'm gonna try. And
hi, I'm Fionn. I am a mom, a certified cat lady, and someone who finally stopped ghosting her own health. For the first time in my life, I'm holding myself accountable, not just losing weight, but building strength and dropping body fat. A year ago, I was comfort eating my way into type 2 diabetes. My skin broke out, I got an eczema diagnosis out of nowhere, my clothes stopped fitting, and I hit a fork in the road. Size up or face the uncomfortable truth. Spoiler alert, I am not rebuilding my wardrobe. So I got moving. Steps turned into miles, miles turned into fitness classes, dumbbells turned into barbells. I stopped overthinking every little detail and just got started. 12 weeks ago, I doubled down on my nutrition, adding structure, building discipline, and learning from mistakes as I go. Today, my meals look more like this: balanced, high protein, and actually supporting the life that I want. I'm down 30 pounds from last year, with a third of that in the past 3 months. Here's what finally helped me build momentum and why it feels sustainable this time. Hello YouTube, it has been a while since I've updated you guys. This year I am on a transformation journey. Over the last 12 weeks, I have really significantly changed my body. I've only lost 11 pounds, and before you turn this video off, like, girl, what are you talking about? Those 11 pounds have really changed the composition of my body. I wouldn't believe it, but somebody told me on Instagram the other day, who knows me from my past, said that I look better now than I did when she met me. I mean, literally, I met her when I was 25 years old. There is just probably no way that that could be true, but I am legit in the best shape of my life today than I've ever been. Still not at the point where I want to be. There's not a lot of definition going on quite yet, but I am working towards that. And I think that over the course of the next 2 years or so, I'm going to get there. Like, I'm going to be that lean and toned and muscular person that I've always wanted to be. It's so crazy to envision like 2 years in the future. It really just drives me every day to stay disciplined. You are the only person who can keep you accountable. I can't wait to show you before and afters, but just to give you a little bit of background, I have done all the yo-yo dieting. I've been on every single fad diet. I've done fasting. I've done keto. I was definitely paleo at some point in my life. I was a cardio bunny. I was skinny fat. Then I was overweight. COVID happened when I was 29. And honestly, I let myself go. From 29 to probably 31, I completely just let myself go. Then I got pregnant and I was almost 200 pounds. In the postpartum trenches, like, it is so hard to think about getting back into the gym or doing anything other than trying to keep your baby alive. There wasn't really like a space for me to put myself first at that time. And everyone's journey is different. For some people, they have the support or infrastructure to be able to go back to like a routine or working out, or their baby is just like really, really exceptionally well behaved. We didn't have one of those, but we're fortunate enough to be able to put her in daycare. So over time, I was able to start going back to the gym again. But I kind of fell into kind of the same routine like I did in my 20s, where there was no structure. Like, I would just go and whatever I felt like doing that day. It wasn't consistent. It was like whenever I could go, just get some activity in, which in hindsight is actually a good thing because I didn't overthink it. I knew that I had to get some movement in, so I just went and got movement. So I think that's like the first step for a lot of people, and it was a good first step for me. So no regrets, but I definitely needed to change that relatively quickly if I was going to really go for the goals that I wanted to, which is a total body recomposition. Really wanted to be as strong as possible, but also just lean out. I know that after 30, your muscle mass starts to decline like every decade. It's like 3 to 8% every single decade. You know, these are all things that are pushing me towards this health journey that I'm on because I want to be here. Whatever I can do to try to be here a little bit longer, That's what I'm gonna do. Here's 8 lessons that I learned, and I wish I would have known these things earlier, but I truly believe that there is no bad time to start, and today is the perfect day to get started if this is your day one. Lesson 1 is food is magic. Like, food makes the biggest difference, and more specifically, I really focused on finding out, like, what is the value of this food? Like, sometimes the value is going to be like, what's the joy that I'm getting out of eating this? But most of the time, 80 to 90% of the time, the value is how much protein versus like calories is this? You know, is it high enough protein, low enough calories so that it fits my caloric deficit? Like, what am I really getting out of this? And a big emphasis on this is like focusing on whole foods, 1 ingredient foods, bell peppers, chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt. Once I started focusing on really dialing my nutrition, everything changed. So number 2 is prioritizing lean protein. Now, lean protein for me is chicken tenderloin, turkey, ground turkey, lean ground beef, cod, a lot of cod. I try to shoot for about 30 to 40 grams per meal 3 times a day. So I'm really shooting for between like 100 to 120 grams of protein every single day, more if I'm doing strength training. And by default, when you're eating protein, you're just less likely to eat other foods, like other types of maybe food that's like not as healthy, because you are just fuller. And I know like this concept is like kind of hard to understand, because in the beginning you will have cravings and you're like, okay, I had all this chicken, but I still want this pasta. For me, what worked was I ate all the chicken and then I would eat the pasta, but I would eat a lot less of the pasta. And over time, the pasta just got way, way less, to the point where I'm good with just eating the chicken and then another healthy like carb or another healthy side of vegetables. So like, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to like start. Speaking of perfection, tracking works. Tracking your food actually works, okay? And no one is going to convince me otherwise, because now I know like a portion, what I thought was like 500 calories is actually 1,000 calories. And so I was overeating all the time, honestly, a lot. Number 4 is even 15 minutes of doing whatever exercise or movement, push-ups, sit-ups, like basic things like that. Even 15 minutes of that makes a huge difference, okay? If that's all you can get in today, great. Just get that in, because it's not truly about like the thing, it's about the habit. You know, it's about, okay, knowing that, you know, you want to get exercise in every single day. Today might not be the best day. You're so freaking busy, but you have half an hour. Okay, it's not going to be your regular 1 hour workout, but you don't need it to be perfect. All you need is to continue that habit and be consistent with that habit. And so I've incorporated like 15-minute workouts, 15-minute walks. I got myself a walking pad. That is one of the best investments I've made. Number 5 is your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis adds up. So this is all of the things that you're doing that's not considered exercise. The chores that I tend to do after dinners: I sweep, I vacuum, I pick up the house so that I can get some movement in after a meal. When I go to the gym now, I park like the farthest away from the entrance just so that I can get like a few extra steps in. All those things, I know it seems like not that much, but it adds up over the course of weeks and months and years. Like, you would be surprised at how many more calories you can burn through NEAT activities versus actual exercise activities. Like, it actually does add up like crazy. Number 6 is you should be tracking more than just your weight, because the scale sometimes she'll kind of lie to you. Like, if you have too much water, if you're like dehydrated, if you ate a lot of carbs, but like you haven't actually gained the weight, you're just retaining water. If your hormones fluctuate, like there's so many things that can affect the scale. And so it took me a long time to learn to not truly just solely rely on the scale. You know, now it's like I can see the changes in my body composition. I fit clothes better. There's like certain pairs of jeans where even before I got pregnant, which I was kind of like at a weight loss journey at that point too. But even before I got pregnant, there was a pair of jeans, a pair of Levi's that I bought that I was like, these don't really fit me that well, but I'm going to buy them anyways because they were like my motivation jeans. And I just tried them on the other day and they fit. They actually fit great. And so the scale hasn't really moved like that much, but those pants fit. That in itself is telling you that you are losing weight, even if the scale doesn't show it. I don't take weekly photos, but I try to take photos like 2 to 3 weeks. And it is staggering. Like when you compare photos side by side over a longer period of time, I'm not talking about 1 to 2 days, not even 1 to 2 weeks. I'm talking about like 2 to 3 months. When you compare it side by side, it is incredible how much of a difference you can see if you've stuck with it. And even for a 5-pound difference, it's slight, but it's there. Like you will definitely see it. Like I'm going to include a side by side over here of me 12 weeks ago and me now. And again, the difference between this is only 11 pounds. In 12 weeks from now, the after photo from now is going to be my before photo. Like that is freaking exciting stuff. Number 7 is that life still happens. Like work's gonna burn you out. Your kid is gonna get sick. Life is still going to life. But if you are disciplined enough to show up for yourself, if you are like, I really want this, I want this so badly enough, you'll just make it work. It's not gonna be your best day every day. You're not gonna like set personal records at the gym. There's gonna be certain days at the gym where you will have to like legitimately reduce the weight because it is too heavy for you to lift because you're just feeling really weak or stressed or whatever that day. Like that is all totally normal. But the thing that we want to focus on is that you're building that habit, is that you're showing up anyways. Despite it being hard, you're showing up, you know, and not looking at it as like, well, this is like a really hard thing that I don't want to do, but looking at it as like, okay, this is another step towards my goal. I just got to put one foot in front of the other, and then I'm going to eventually get to my goal. I'm not going to have these crazy ass expectations of where like I'm supposed to be. I'm just going to take it one step at a time, and then I'm going to reflect back over the last, few months and see where I started. That is what makes the biggest difference. And I think that is also the hardest concept to grasp because we are so used to immediate gratification. We're so used to 2-day shipping, even same-day shipping. Like, what the heck? Like, I can't believe that I can order an item from Amazon and then it be delivered in legitimately 2 hours. That is not what I'm expecting out of my body. I didn't gain the weight in a day, so I'm not going to lose the weight in a day. And lastly, you hear this one all the time: progress over perfection. Okay? Progress over perfection. I used to be the girl that's like 0 to 100. If I can't go to the gym for an hour, I'm not going at all. If I, can't do something at the best of my ability, there's no point in doing anything at all. Well, that's not true. Obstacles, things will just always pop up. But as long as you keep showing up for yourself, you keep up with the good habits. If you have a bad week, you get back the next week. You don't necessarily wait until Monday to start again, but like you just get right back up, the next day. Get back the next meal even, like it doesn't have to be like you're throwing the whole day away because you ate a bad like brunch. Like just course correct for that next meal, and if it is going to be this like marathon of a day where you're just not going to be eating well, okay, the following days should be very, very clean, because you already got your treat. You're already treated yourself. So you got to get back on track now. And yeah, progress over perfection, because I promise you, like 12 weeks ago, never, ever, ever thought I would be here. Messed up so many times, cheated on my meal plan like multiple times, like had to pick myself back up. But you know what? I ain't perfect. I'm not expecting anyone else to be. So why would I expect myself to be? And I'm still here. I still made it here. So I can't wait to see where things go over the next 12 weeks. This is not a 12-week shred. This is like a forever lifestyle change, mindset shift. Like everything is going to be different. And I'm chasing continued progress. And I realize that fitness is not a destination. Like I'm not going to get to 140 pounds and be like, yeah, I'm done. No, that's not it at all. But getting to that point will be such a proud moment that I actually might cry when I get there, because I've attempted this so many times and have never been able to successfully actually lose the weight. So if I can do that this time, then I truly feel like I can do anything. And so I'm just really proving to myself what I'm capable of. I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video. I'm new to this space and I'm trying to get more consistent on YouTube as well. It's a little bit harder, I think, to be consistent here than it is for myself, which is actually probably a good thing because I want to get healthy and that is like my priority right now, but I'm going to try to post more and I hope that you follow along. Next video, I'm going to be comparing my DEXA fit results, like my body composition scan results from 1 year ago to my most recent one from 2025. So that's going to kind of compare like my body fat and like officially how much body fat I'm carrying then versus now. So it's going to be a really exciting video and yeah, we'll talk next time. Thanks.